You guys, if you have any questions about the title of this, there's a reason why I did this. So this is really funny. I have to tell you guys a story. So I don't know if you've ever listened to my podcast. It's called The Dating Detectives, right? And so on my podcast, we have like advertisers and stuff. Well, we have a manager at Spotify because like our podcast is like one of the top podcasts in the true crime category on Spotify, on like all of them, right? And so anyways, we have like people that we advertise with, but because we're partnered with Spotify, like because we have a manager with them, our Spotify manager connects us with like other podcasts so that we can like, we'll talk about your podcast on our show, you talk about our podcast on your show, and it's a way to like for Spotify to get to get you to listen to other podcasts or whatever, right? So that's one of the things that we do being on Spotify. And so one of the podcasts that we were talking about on my podcast, like we did a quick, like, as one of the ads or one of the like promos or whatever, there's a haunted podcast. Like if you like ghosts and stuff like that, like paranormal stuff, there's a podcast called Two Girls, One Ghost Podcast. Okay. And so, fair warning, do not look this up online unless you want your search engine optimization to like throw you for a loopy loop for the rest of your life. So do not look this up. But there was a viral video several years ago, a disgusting one, that it was called Two Girls, One Cup. Do not look it up. Fair warning. Do not look it up. But anyways, so we were talking about this podcast on our podcast as like a, something that we do as, being managed by Spotify. And so Hannah's my co-host on the Dating Detectives podcast. And so she was reading the ad for it, like the, hey, if you want to listen to this really cool podcast, it's called like Two Girls, One Ghost Podcast. And we record it, right? Like it's not live, like we were recording it. She says, if you want a cool podcast, listen to Two Girls, One Cup. And I was like, oh my gosh, because that's the one that like, like Two Girls, One Ghost Pod. Like obviously there was a play on the words of the title of that video that you should not ever look up. Do not look it up. Fair warning. You have been warned. Do not look it up. And so, anyway, so I thought it was really funny. And so today I was like, oh, my two favorite brushes. I would use my two favorite brushes. And then I was like, we should call this One Girl, Two Brushes. I'm so stupid, but I'm telling you, it was the funniest thing. So we are literally like, we're recording the podcast, like we're recording the ads and like this, we're talking about this Two Girls, One podcast, Two Girls, One Ghost podcast. And Hannah says Two Girls, One Cup, and we died. Cause it's like, even if you haven't, like, I mean, you've probably, it went around for a while and it was gross. Do not look it up. But anyway, so I thought that was really funny. And so I thought it would just be kind of silly because we're not going to play it like the part where she read it that way, but it was really funny. And it was something that I thought you guys would find funny, especially if you listen to the podcast. So anyways, it was just something really, really funny that happened. Hey, you guys, I'm so glad you're here. So anyways, I wanted to show you kind of this is the detail brush. See how it's like flat on the end, and you can use this to kind of see how I just use that flat end. I took advantage of it to do my contour all the way around, and you can use that little edge to kind of contour in these places. So this is actually one of my favorite brushes. I think a lot of people don't know how to use this one, so I don't use it very much, but I'm like, maybe I should use this one more to kind of show you how to use it, because it is a great brush. Let me put my, the thing that I always forget to put. I'm going to put comment, match, or text me for a free color match. Okay. So this makeup that I'm using, this is the customized makeup. This is the Saint customized whatever palette. There we go. You do. I really do think if you have not tried this makeup yet, try it. I'm telling you, you'll absolutely love it. I just think it is like the best thing since sliced bread. It is the coolest makeup ever, ever. You almost got attacked by a shark. Shut up. Are you? Well, obviously you're okay because you didn't die. Like, you're here, but are like an almost, right? Like, what happened? Oh my God. I need more information. I need more information on the almost shark attack. And I need to know, like, what beach and all the things. I'm just glad you're okay because that's really scary. These are all creams. So this is a cream situation. So like all of these are all creams. There's 11 ingredients. They're clean. One of them is beeswax, really good for your skin. So there's no caking and creasing and settling and all that stuff. So this is like a 1-layer situation. So you kind of apply this literally in 1 layer. You can do it however you want. Like, I'm not your mama. Nobody's your mama. Do whatever you want. But this is the idea, is that you only put the certain colors where they go. And because they're all really pigmented, so you don't need a whole lot. And every single color gives you coverage. And then when you blend it, it comes out to perfection. So it looks like a ridiculous mess at first, but then it's fine. Oh my gosh. That is so scary. Praise God for that guy. Helping you out, sister. Oh my gosh. I can't even imagine. Like, that's, y'all, I built a pool in my backyard because I don't want to go to the beach. I live in Florida. I've been to the beach 1,000, 100 million, dozen, 11 times. I'm not interested, and I don't know. There ain't no sharks in my pool. I'm just going to stay my happy butt right here. I don't mind the beach, I guess. Like, it's fine every once in a while, like once every 12 years. But then it's the sand and it's hot and like you gotta like take a wagon. You gotta like bring a whole suitcase of your stuff. And then you need all the snacks. I need snacks. Like, I can't go without snacks. You know what I mean? So like, I'd just rather be in my house. Once I get back on land, I had a panic attack. I bet you did, girl. I bet you did. I would have too. Bless it. No, I would have died. I would have, well, we all know me. I would have been like screaming and crying and like overacting. It's fine. That's just me though. Toting the wagon all the way out there on the freaking sand. No, I don't want to do the beach. I just want to walk out into my backyard and get in the pool. And that's it. Tracy, do the Lashify. I just did these this morning, like just now, so they haven't quite settled yet, but they're really pretty. I think the Lashify is really easy. If you want the discount code for my Lashify, just let me know. I'll send it. Just type the word like lashes, and I think it'll send it to you. Excuse me. You lost it? Oh my God, how do you lose your makeup brush? Girl! How do you lose it, you poor thing? Oh, you know what's good though is that this weekend for Labor Day, Saint is offering free shipping, which you already get free shipping on any order over $50. But this is a great opportunity if you haven't gotten that foster care collection. The foster care collection is $38, so you can buy this by itself if you want to. It has the new Fig lip and cheek shade and the Angel Illuminator and this palette. And so it's like you buy it as a bundle and you save a couple bucks or whatever. So this weekend is a great time to buy that. 100% of the proceeds of the sale of that little palette goes to foster care. So we are actually, Saint is hosting a conference in September. We're going to Atlanta. And every year, whatever city that they host the conference in, they choose a foster care organization in that city. So whatever the host city is, and they donate to it. So this year it's the Atlanta Angels Foster Care. And so we'll be in Atlanta, and we're usually what they do is, so like one of the nights is there's like a foster care dinner. So there's like an awards gala for like Saint artists and whatever. But during that dinner, they present like one of those big cartoon checks to the foster care organization. And I think it's really cool. And I think their goal was like 100,000. I don't know if they met. I think we might have met it already. I'm not sure. But if you want to contribute to that, buy one of those palettes. It's really cool. And it all the proceeds go to foster care, which I think is really cool. And every year they come up with like a new kind of like foster care collection. I hate the lighting in here. There we go. Now I can see what I'm doing. Tracy, you can text me like anytime. I've been in Florida 8.5 years, 2 miles to the beach, been once. It's too much, right? Like it's too much. I always order over 50 to save money. Girl math. So do I. If they're like, listen, it's going to cost you this, I'm like, no, I'll spend another $50 to get free shipping. I don't care. I'm so bad. Okay, so this makeup, if you are new here, it does. It blends so nicely. This is a Saint makeup. This is one compact. All of these colors are customized, so I'll match you to the right colors. At the end of the day, though, you choose what you like, what you want. So every palette has a magnet on the bottom. So that when they designed the palette, they have a little magnet, and it's cute. It has like the little Saint logo, and then you just put your colors in however you want to, and you can get like different sizes or whatever. So the colors that I just put on are like my main highlight, which is like foundation. But everything together is really your foundation. But the main shade is like your foundation because it's the closest to your skin tone. And then the brightening highlight or concealer, and then the contour, which is what you put around your face to kind of frame it. And these are double layers. There's some that have triple layers. So like they're all different sizes. Like you choose whatever size you want. This one is like my everyday, like Bad Mama Jamma, like this is all my face shades, color correctors, setting powders, illuminators, foundation, concealer, contour, bronzer, and then lip and cheek shades, all my favorites, my eyeshadows. So there's big ones, and then there's like just a baby palette. There's like little bitty ones, so you can get like just little babies. So there's different size palettes, and so literally it is customized to like for anyone to get, like if you're a very, very, very minimalist with your makeup, or if you like makeup but want a big palette, which if you start with a small palette, you will want a big palette. Mark my words. Ask anybody here. They will tell you will want a bigger palette. But it's fine. You start small and you'll see. I'm a Pilates instructor, and mama, I need this. Girl, that's so cool. I've always wanted to do Pilates, but I'm scared of it. I'll get you color matched, and then I'll help you like build a palette, whatever size you want. Usually when I do your color match, I usually send back colors that like this many. So like there's a foundation, a concealer, a contour, a bronzer, an illuminator. I usually recommend a setting powder if, but that's all optional stuff. Couple eyeshadows, some lip and cheek shades, and then you decide, like, you can stick with my recommendation, or you can like 86 all of it and do your own thing. Like, I ain't your mama, do what you want. You know what I mean? Okay, so this is my foundation, concealer, contour. So this is like my base. So my foundation, like my main foundation, is all three of those colors. So I'm already dimensionalized without having to layer a single thing. Now I'm gonna add more dimension. So when you think of like highlighting and contouring, or like dimension, it's the pushing and the pulling of lights and darks. That's what highlighting and contouring is. So you have like bright here and dark here, and it kind of gives you a structure. So especially as we get older, we want that youthful glow. We want that youthful structure to kind of bring the life back to our face, that youthfulness, right? I just got the aisle 49. Ooh, you guys, the 49 is this one. It's supposed to be for they call it an eyeshadow palette. Girl, look how many makeups I put in here. Isn't it cool? This is great it has the big, gigantic mirror, and it's the hard, like, really beautiful plasticky one. Gorgeous. These smaller palettes they're made of like cardboard, like it's all recyclable materials, which is what these are made of, which is really cool. So I don't know, I think that's kind of neat, but they're made differently than the original ones. Okay, so my 3 shades to give me the dimension. Now I'm going to pop into my bronzer, my Bella bronzer. I just pick up, see how little you use? You don't use a whole lot. No foundation. No, this is so the reason when you go on the Saint website, there's no like section for like foundation. It's 3D foundation, which, by the way, did you know IIID means 3D on the website? Because I didn't know that for like 3 months because I'm stupid. But anyways, it's 3D foundation, which means all the different colors together create your foundation. So it's kind of like you have a liquid foundation that you would like put all over your face, and that's typically what we know is foundation. With this, all the colors together are creating a 3D foundation. So your highlights, you're going to have a main highlight, which is the shade closest to your skin tone. And then you use a brightening highlight, which is like a concealer, and you put it here, and then your contour and you put it here. But all the colors have coverage. So you get the same amount of coverage, but the right color where it goes, so you're not stacking anything. Really cool. I know what aisle 49. I'm telling you, the aisle 49 is cool. And then if you want the aisle 20 palette, they call it an eyeshadow palette. The numbers represent how many things fit in it, but this is my 20 palette. This is just a whole entire face. So it's just a baby version of that one. And it's really pretty. See, and it's like that really pretty plasticky, like the hard plastic though, like the nice plastic. Really nice. But anyway, so that's why all of this together is your foundation. Yeah, so okay, so with the highlighting and contouring, it's the pushing and pulling of lights and darks. What I'm doing with the bronzer is I'm adding warm versus the cool of my contour. So this makeup, like all the different colors create all this dimension. So you have dark versus light, and you have cool versus warm, and it's just so beautiful, and a little bit goes such a long way. So you see how it's like, and all these cream colors, they're all the same consistency, so everything just melts together. There's nothing that's like stacking and then like caking and creating all these like creases and lines, and it doesn't cake or crease or settle or anything like that. So I think that like no matter what age you are, especially the older you are, this makeup is so good. It's not cakey at all. Look. And I think one thing that I like is that like it's not, don't get me wrong, like I like a full coverage liquid foundation, like, or at least I did until this, and then it's like, I mean, it's still okay, I guess, like it looks fine. But you use it, like when I used it, I noticed that it was like a mask for me. And I was like, oh, this is really pretty because it was a mask. But with this, you can still see my skin, but I still have coverage and it's color correcting, right? But all these colors that I just applied, they look dark, they look scary, they look intense. But with your liquid foundation, you swipe it on and you're like, yep, same color, good to go. With this, it's really dark. I'll try to show you here. See how it looks darker? And you're like, that's a little bit too dark. But when you blend it, it blends much more sheer. So the, what do you call it? The consistency is, the opacity is different. So where the liquid foundation just kind of like, you know, paints on a wall, this blends out sheer and gives you a really beautiful coverage without that cakiness. So the colors always look dark. No, if you're new to Saint, the colors always look dark. Trust my color match. I literally match over like, that's my timer. It says drink water. Y'all drink your water. I know you don't. Drink it. My timer goes off every 15 minutes to tell me to drink my water. So if you're not hydrating, do it. Anyway, so I don't remember what I was saying, but because I have ADHD, I'm sorry. But anyways, this makeup is really great for literally everyone. And you can see that it just creates like a beautiful finish, but it's not cakey. It's not weird. And it's cream, but it's not like gross. Do you know what I mean? Like gross and wet and weird. It's just really pretty. You can still see my skin. Like you can still see that I'm a human and that I have skin and that it moves, right? Yeah, I can show you, Fig. Coffee's disgusting, Debbie. Get out. Coffee's so gross. I don't know how y'all do it. This is the blush and bronzer brush. I applied with my detail brush, and then I'm using the blush and bronzer brush to just kind of blend. And you don't like swirl it all over your face. You just kind of press it in. It's like a second skin, and it's not greasy and cakey and weird like you would think like most cream makeup would be. Anyways, fluffy brush, and I'm just kind of tapping into my, I usually use self tanner, and I didn't apply it because the Pasty Girl self tanner that I use, this is a brand new product that she sent me, and I get to try it. I'm so excited. But anyways, when I do my self tanner, I usually bring it up to here, and then I, match my face to my neck. So I'm just going to bring my bronzer and a little bit of my foundation, kind of dust it down my neck a little bit. I can't wait to show you guys. That is so good. If you want my self tanner link, that's the stuff to use. It's amazing. Okay, so I just did my foundation, concealer, contour, bronzer. Just these right here, like no digging through a makeup bag. It's really, really cool. Now I'm going to use some of my favorite lip and cheeks. And actually, I kind of want to change it up today. I usually use a really pretty pink, but I want to use this pretty nude color. These colors look darker than they are. So this is nude. And I just dab this kind of right on the backs of my cheekbones, just to kind of give a little lift. Dabby dab, pressy press. No matter what color you get, don't be scared of it, because these cream makeup always looks absurd in the pan. It looks absurd on your skin until you blend it, and then you're like, she knows what she's talking about. That's crazy. And then you're like, oh, okay, I get it. Maybe I'll trust her from now on. It's fine. And then Royal. Okay, so this color is called Royal. I want to show you something. Royal is a gloss, and so it looks really dark, right? But it's actually very sheer. Okay, so that's Royal. Fig is the new color that came out in this Foster Care collection. If you didn't hear me say this before, the Foster Care collection, it literally was just released, and it has the Fig Lip and Cheek, which is like this color, which looks very similar to Royal, right? Except this is a satin, which means it's more matte. And so this is going to apply a little bit more pigmented. So when you apply this one, that's Fig. This one is Royal. To me, they look exactly the same, but one is a gloss, which is more sheer, and one is a satin, okay? When you blend them in, I want to use a different brush because I think I'm going to still use that one. When you blend, like obviously when you blend them, like the swatches are always heavier, but when you blend them in, see how one's like lighter and one's a little bit more pigmented? But this is Royal. This color, this super dark one on my lips. And see how light it is? Really, really pretty. But Fig, I think, is going to be gorgeous for fall, and for like Christmas time, I think it's going to be absolutely gorgeous. And then I like to top my Royal color with Sunshine State. Isn't that so pretty? This is like my everyday go-to lippy. I love kind of a nude, kind of barely there look, and this feels like I don't know, it feels like shimmer with a little bit of stain, kind of. You know what I mean? But anyways, look how light my makeup is. And you can build it. Like, if you want a more glam look or you need to really zhuzh it up, you can totally build it up. But I think a lot of people, when they try this makeup, you don't realize that if you need full coverage, you don't need full layers, you need more colors. And so that's what's cool about this, is you can wear less makeup and get fuller coverage without the caking and the creasing and the settling. It is so freaking cool. And when you take off your makeup at the end of the day, this is hydrating because there's no alcohols in it, like a liquid foundation. So when you put on liquid foundation, it has alcohol in it. The alcohol evaporates, and then it pulls moisture from your skin to moisturize the foundation so that it sits on your face pretty. And so it's actually drying out your skin, which is interesting, right? This makeup doesn't do that, but it's also not greasy. Like, it's not oily. It's just hydrating. So it's really, really cool. And I think it's beneficial for like everyone, no matter your skin. And my skin has, if you go back in my videos, back 2 years, at least, you'll see my skin and you'll be like, holy crap, like that's a big difference. And it started with this makeup. Less things and everything in one place. Yes. And this is great for travel. Like, I'm going on a cruise to Europe in October. That's literally all. Obviously I'll bring more because like it's a Saint cruise, so we'll have my makeup and everything. But honestly, when I travel, it's just I grab like one of my bigger palettes, like my triple palette, and a brush, and it's really easy. Like, you know what I mean? Do whatever you want. Okay, what else? Oh, the illuminator that comes in this Foster Care collection, this whole collection with this palette and this Fig color and this Angel illuminator. See how pretty that is? It's $38, so like you save like $8 or something. And when you buy this, all the proceeds go to Foster Care. So if you're interested in participating in that, you totally can. And this weekend they're offering free shipping. So I was saying, typically if you order over $50, the shipping's free anyways. But if you wanted to get the Foster Care collection but didn't because like you were like, that's the only thing I want and I don't want to pay shipping, now you can get it. And so I like that Angel illuminator a lot because look how it just it just kind of adds a little pop. Nothing crazy, nothing absurd, out of control. Like, it's just, isn't that so pretty? See how I just added a little bit of pop of glow? Literally, that's it. It's so nice. This makeup is, I do not care how old you are or like what you're doing in your life. You, like, anybody can use this makeup. And I've said this time and time again. I hate gimmicks. I hate things that are like, this will make you look great and this is great for anyone. And I'm like, yeah, right. Like, I hate when people say this is great no matter who you are. And I'm like, it's not possible. But after trying this and after hiding in my car for almost 20 years doing surveillance and being by myself and kind of really being isolated and then feeling like, you know, that lack of confidence and just getting like depressed and lonely and then like using makeup as a mask and then kind of finding this and then realizing that it's a little bit more empowering. Like, now I know the difference. And so I feel like this is empowering for anybody, and especially like with young ladies, because when I was in 8th grade, like, I learned how to do makeup horribly, but I learned it. It was the orange line, and it was like you just slather, and then you have like this compact in your back pocket if you were cool, and it was the CoverGirl brown compact. You know what I'm talking about? That brown, pretty, like, you know, CoverGirl compact, and you have it in your back pocket, and you're like a cool girl. And so that's what we did, and that was just what we did at the time. And so that's how, like, I learned to do makeup. This shows young ladies that like less is more. And so a lot of my customers that have like teenage daughters that are, you know, just getting into makeup, when I build them a palette, it's never something that's like highlight and contour and, you know, illuminator and lip and cheeks and eyeshadows. It's usually just like a really simple main shade, because they have acne too, you know. And so you don't want to like pile it on their face. But also with teenagers, especially with like the hormonal acne and all that stuff, this makeup has beeswax in it, which is known for not clogging pores, and it will help to clear up the skin. It has a lot of healing properties in it. So I feel like that it's really, really great for young ladies. Girl, I got you. I'll show you where to put everything. Once you do the color match, I'll send you the color match, and I'll send you like all my recommendations, and then you choose like what you want, add whatever else you want. And then when I send you your color match, there's like a picture of my face, and it shows all the different colors. But once you get your color match, then you have my phone number, and you can just text me and be like, okay, wait, where does this one go again? But also join my beauty group on Facebook. It's called Freedom in Beauty, VIP. Great place to go, because I have like, there's so many people that talk there about like, you know, where they apply things and how it works for them. And so it's not just me preaching about like where things go, because, you know, people use their makeup different ways. So I think you can, you know, kind of learn where things go. She's gotten into my makeup. Oh my gosh. You know what I would do for a 6-year-old? Get her a little, like, there are some of the lip and cheek shades that are very, 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 very light. And maybe like a nice little light illuminator. Something like that would be really cute. I think she would like that. You can get her a little palette, like the itty bitty size, or maybe even one like this, like the little small one with just like a little lippy and a little illuminator, and just let her play. But I think it's really cute, and it's really fun for young girls. And, you know, a lot of my dance mom customers use it for their dance competitions and stuff like that, pageants and stuff like that. So I think it's really, really photographic, whatever. It looks good on camera. And also, if you're someone who does like Zoom meetings, or you take a lot of selfies or whatever, this makeup is amazing on the camera. Looks really pretty. A lot of performers and musicians, if you're on stage, a lot of celebrities, like when you see like them on TV and movies and stuff, they use cream makeup a lot. A lot of, you know, performers, singers, if you're on stage, it's great. Let's see. So anyways, that's my whole face. Isn't that so perfect? I love it. And I think you'll love it too. So comment match, get a free color match. I'll send you the shades that you need and help you build like a custom palette, however you want. And then just have fun with it. Like, but try not to be scared of colors, because I think you'll enjoy how your face looks and like the finish. And I think you'll see how little makeup you have to use. And I think everybody says that they like, number one, they get a lot of compliments on their makeup and they're like, oh, your skin looks radiant. They get a lot of compliments on their makeup, their skin, and they always say that they can't stop looking in the mirror. Like they do a double take. So like I've been doing makeup for quite a while, for 15 to almost over 15 years. And there's so many of the people that I do makeup for, they're like, oh, they take selfies and they FaceTime their husbands and all this stuff. And they're like, oh, I wish you could do my makeup every day. And with this makeup, like when you put it on, it's easy. Like once you do it once or twice, like you kind of get the hang of it. And then it's like, it's empowering because you know that you can do this every day. And you know that you can kind of give yourself that enhancement every day. Like you don't need a makeup artist. It's really cool. And it's the finish. It's just really nice. We'll be in the UK by November now. So November it's coming. Are you on my send me a message because I want you to be on my email list for updates for when we launch in the UK and Australia and Mexico. The color correctors are a little bit different. I'll do a separate video for those. You're so funny. Oh my God, you are so me. You called in to work for your makeup. I love it. I usually do it. You can do it either. I'll do a video, but join my beauty group on Facebook, Freedom in Beauty VIP. I did like a whole like video thing on there, and I think it's posted at the top of the group. But I'll do a whole video for you. Okay, I gotta go pick up my son from school. But totally message me or text me directly if you have any questions, and I'm happy to help. I love you guys. Have a great day.